Well, before World War II, we were in a depression. There was in this county, Montgomery County, was about 50,000 people. Now there's 1 million. Georgia Avenue was a 2-lane road, and there was almost nothing along it. And came the war, and suddenly everybody got a job. Everybody was working. Everybody had been broke before. Now everybody had a job. 15 million people in the Army. The women were making airplanes and tanks and things. So the only thing we were really good at in that war was the manufacturing. The rest of it we weren't very hot at. But that's what you need. And I said when we invaded North Africa, that was our first step during the Second World War. And it pretty much flopped. And Rommel, the German general, considered one of the best in the war, he tossed us right out of there. But he got to the beach where we landed, and he saw all those supplies. He couldn't get any supplies from Germany. And he said to realize then they were going to lose the war. And the Allies came back, and they pushed Rommel back. They eventually won. And nothing very neat about it. But anyway, they did. And so the war went on pretty much that way. In the Pacific, they didn't work very hard, but they made Europe a prime goal. Pacific was a terrible place. All that water, those crummy little islands. You invade those islands, you get 50% casualties. President Roosevelt said to have told General MacArthur, quit doing that after he saw the casualties. So after the war, we're back to building houses like crazy. And everybody's got money. Prosperity all over the place. Things working pretty good. But as somebody observed a long time ago, human race can't stand prosperity. Though it began to deteriorate after, say, 30 years or so. And we go from a manufacturing economy to a commissioned salesman and lawyers economy. That's like suicide. But anyway, that's what they did. And by the time we got to a little bit before 1980, there wasn't much left of the economy except the looting. That's one of the economists called it. Reagan showed up and he said, looters. And he was in Paris at the time. And the right wing predicted he would never dare come back. But he did. I think his name was Abebe. He had worked out there in Berkeley. So we got 30 years of preposterous poop called economics. And Rush Limbaugh saved the AM radio business, which had been driven into bankruptcy by new forms of media. A thing that happens to all of them. As soon as they get competition, they go into bankruptcy. So their AM radio is sitting there. Their rating at noontime is 0. And Limbaugh comes on, he gets a rating of 6, which 3 would have been called very good. So AM has now realized what it's got to do to save itself. Broadcast right-wing crank stuff all day, every day. And that's what they've been doing now for many years. Now here we are with the end result of this, which is an economic collapse, back where we were before the start of the Second World War. So it's a cycle. That's what it is.